course I can. Holla, 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 holla.
Thank you for choosing Potato Air. Cabin crew, prepare your knees for takeoff. The Potato will be 4 feet in the air for approximately 5 seconds. We hope you enjoy your flight.
I just found a six-leaf clover.
Uh-oh, you hear that? Summer is right around the corner, which means it's time to go feral. So grab yourself a can of dust off and let it rip.
It's about damn time. In a minute, I'ma need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. Feeling fussy, walking in my Balenciennes, trying to bring out the fat bit lust. Cause I give a fuck way too much.
Here comes trouble.
They let anybody in here.
What are you guys talking like that?
We're doing a suburban dad thing.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Okay, let me try. Things were better under Trump.
No, what? That's not the same. No.
Anthem or die.
Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Bro, this.
I want you to think about what you would do if you won the lottery right now. You'd probably do some pretty cool stuff, right? Now I want you to think about getting stepped on by a 6'3" woman in high heels. Hell yeah.
Hey, I just want to say I saw you crying from across the bar. Your entire body was shaking like a Pontiac Aztec on the highway. It was terrifying. I just wanted to ask you if you'd like to make NASA's Artemis lunar rover with me. I mean, I don't know if it could cheer you up, but sorry, it's a long shot.
I say unto you, do unto others as you would have them do to you. Even I, Jesus? For I am a masochist and dearly love the lash. Everyone but Andrew.
Obi-Wan.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
You underestimate my power.
I'll come down to your level then.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Oh wait, I couldn't possibly get that low.
This morning I dropped Fawcett off to be spayed, and actually what I picked up was a cat who had been neutered. Fawcett had testicles, they just never dropped. Non-binary legend. For pronouns, Fawcett will be continuing to hit him with the she, they. Sometimes people who at one point had testicles that at no point dropped use she, they pronouns. That's just how it be sometimes.
This is the exact reason that I should not be allowed to go to the thrift store by myself. Because who needs a ceramic bag of celery? Like, no one does, which is why it was at the thrift store for a month before I bought it. And I told myself, like, Tracy, you obviously do not need this. But then it was on sale, and I obviously had to get it. And you know what? It's going to match my lettuce bowl perfectly.
Few of my favorite whooshers.
The Renaissance Fair is okay, but there's also just going to a normal mall and pretending to not understand anything.
So it may seem weird for replying to my own comment, but I feel like this needed a follow-up because Home Depot was... So not many people even noticed that I even had a cat until I was at checkout, and two older gentlemen behind me, probably in their 70s, 80s, they started making fun of me. I don't think they knew that I could hear, but they thought it was a stuffed animal. See, little man in here is very relaxed. It takes a lot to get him to be excitable in here, so he was taking a nap. Then I feel him shift against my back, and I swear to God, the older gentleman of the two just yells, screams, full volume, "Lord Almighty is alive!"
From the moment that I picked up this little portable TV, there was something that I knew I had to do. The first step was bringing in a surge protector. I found a power adapter for the TV so that way I didn't keep burning through batteries. And then we bring in the PS4. This one is actually a PS4 Pro, and obviously its output is HDMI. So now we bring in the downscaler. After that, it's time to bring in the composite cables. A lot of people really wanted me to say that these were composite cables. We connect it to this adapter here. For some reason I have to connect it this way. Got all of that plugged in, power it on. Now I can finally play Elden Ring the way the developers intended.
Animals that I just want to hold, but due to the nature of the animal, I cannot. Hedgehogs, I understand that you can technically hold a hedgehog. I mean, for fuck's sake, this person's holding two of them at once, but you can't squeeze them. You can't love them. You have to tenderly hold them like a vial of nitroglycerin. Look at its little eyebrows, its little tiny feet. Everything about this animal says, come love me, except for obviously its external defense mechanism. Foxes, but most specifically the fennec fox. Look at it. Oh my God. It's so goddamn cute. How can something that looks like this not be domesticated? Why would our ancestors focus on dogs and cats when these little fuckers are running around looking for love, I'm assuming? Look at the baby! But no, it's a wild animal that'll scratch my eyes out at the first sign of affection. I'm pissed about it. Also, capybaras. This is more about a distance thing rather than the nature of the animal, because I feel like we would vibe pretty well. But still, I can't get to one.
You want a boyfriend? All right, I'll tell you how I got my Jeffrey, but listen, it was a little easier for me than it may be for you. So my first piece of advice would be stop looking like that. Start looking like this, okay? Little goes a long way. Little goes a long way. Second of all, go to the deli. Get dressed up. Go to the deli and get yourself some smoked ham. Now walk around the block with that ham. Let it get on you. Let it get on you. Then when you see him, you make sure you get close. You take a hug. You do something. You got to let him smell the ham on you. Because I swear to God, they love it. That's how I got my Jeffrey. I've been married 15 years. 15 years. All because of Boar's Head smoked ham. Thank you very much, Publix. Thank you very much.
To all of the newcomers who do not understand why I have pies on my wall, I give everybody the same exact response. I like pie. Is this not a regular response? If you like something, you put it on your wall. I did it with my crush in 7th grade. No, I didn't. I also have a rat on my ceiling. He has a gun. It's not loaded. But it could be. That is the thing about threats. The great thing is, if you actually do a threat properly, you do not have to fulfill what the threat was. It's like a promise, you promise people things, and they never actually have to do it. It's not an empty promise if it has never has to be. Fucking goddammit. Fuck this stupid fucking little dot. You are so stupid and insignificant. You're making my ass itch. Oh my god, thank you.
Can't go for a walk today. We cannot. We cannot. But why? No, it's not because I don't want to walk you. It's because you can't. We can't. We walk tomorrow. But tomorrow's fine. Tomorrow. We're walking. Okay, I promise. Joao, tomorrow we walk. It was very, very rainy today. We had to walk tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Really? Okay.
But the jaguar has spotted prey on the river's edge. Capybara. It must get close to be successful. They have seen one another. Which will run first? Another failure.
But I didn't realize how gay my older brother was. I remember I used to come home from preschool, we had this giant tree in my backyard, and I'd walk around the tree and sing to the birds like Sleeping Beauty did. So every day I would come home and just be like, and I can just imagine my mom looking through the back window. Watching me sing to the birds. Having a conversation with my dad being like, Steve! I think this one's gayer than the other one. Because why is my mom making so many gay kids? Can you imagine her gynecologist appointment just like, all right, Sherry, let's have a look in here and everybody dance now!
Imagine the whole country obsessing over the same food. Well, let me tell you about the absolute tragedy that is Korea's mint chocolate phase. Hi, my name is Jenny, and this is just a series that I'm calling Reviewing All of Korea's Food Trends. Okay, so for a little bit of context, mint chocolate is actually not like a type of food that Korean people don't like and like at the same time. You know how like, in America, I feel like if you ask someone if they like mint chocolate, 50% of them will say yes, 50 will say no. In Korea, it's more like 80-20, whereas 80% will say yes. It started fine. They had mint chocolate latte, smoothies, the fucking bingsus, the donuts, mint chocolate tarts, mint chocolate cakes, mint chocolate, mint chocolate, mint chocolate, mint chocolate, mint fucking chocolate. Oh my god. It just does not stop. And then we came to this. Mint chocolate chicken. Yes, this is an actual chicken branch that sells mint chocolate chicken. I don't know what they were doing, what was going on, what was the thought process behind this, but let me know if you want me to try.
Well, looks like today's gonna be a twofer. Unloading a second herd of goats over here on an English ivy job in South Knoxville. This 1 acre patch has been highly infested with English ivy for the last decade or more, and the goats are gonna help save the trees from its invasive encroach. Ready to go to work? Huh? Well, they climb it a lot better than I do. Come on, goats. Couple babies in this group. Oh yeah, and I've got a bonus compartment. It's baby goats. Come on, babies. These goats will be here about a week with their guard dog, Winnie. Like and follow for more great goat content.
So I just saw that my song had been added to a playlist that's called
Canciones para caminar como Peter Parker en Spider-Man 3.
Which means songs for walking like Peter Parker in Spider-Man 3. And I thought it was hilarious, and I love how specific that was, but I wasn't really, it wasn't clicking for me exactly what that meant. So you have to check this out. Whoever's curating this playlist deserves an award.
Come on, Iron Man! Oh God! That's the dumbest thing I've ever done. Eric! Thanos is defeated. Iron Man wins.
All right, Harriet. Hi, welcome to Marnie's. Can I get you any? Yeah, hold on one sec. Wait, where are you going? You need to go talk to your niece. Hi. You can't walk into my niece's bedroom. Here, cake. This whole cake, really, for me? No, not the whole thing. It's 9 in the morning. What are you doing giving the kid cake? Did you want one as well? Hold on. There. This is a diamond. Fuck, that was for your man in the sewers. Man in the sewer? Nothing, don't worry about it. No, I can't have that back, can I? Listen, I don't appreciate you just rambling into my house. Sound. Okay, we all good? Marnie, I'm just gonna go grab the mayor's underwear. What? What are you talking about? What underwear? Saying nothing. But if you don't mind. Right, that's me sorted. I'll see you next week, yeah? I like her. Is she coming back? Yeah, she was really nice actually, wasn't she? I suppose I'd let her into my room, like.
The state of Maine, which has given us gems like these over the years, has finally issued new guidelines about what can and cannot be on vanity license plates. So let's bow our heads and take a moment to remember some of the great plates that might not be with us for very much longer.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you fear. You are pulled from the wreckage of
You might not expect this from me, but I actually hold some very conservative views. Now, I'm not talking modern day conservative with like Republicans and pro-life and that. I'm talking ancient conservative. What do I mean by that? I'm so glad you asked. Here are some examples. I think a lot of modern day activities are an affront to God and we should stop doing them. Specifically, climbing tall mountains. Even more specifically, Mount Everest. What the fuck do you need to be this high up for? What do you have to prove? We do not need another Tower of Babel situation on our hands, okay? Let's quit while we're ahead. Speaking of Everest, if the only way you can accomplish a recreational activity is to literally walk on top of hundreds of frozen dead bodies, maybe just take it as a hint. Next up, I firmly believe in all the superstitions that sailors and fishermen have about the sea. Like, fuck me for trusting the experts, right? I do not think it's a coincidence that everyone who spends any significant amount of time around the ocean is terrified of the ocean. They don't even gotta explain shit. They're just like, this is a disrespect to Poseidon. Say no more. Say no more. Won't happen again. Oh, and my other favorite affront to God, spelunking. What on earth is drawing you to the center of the earth like some kind of Lovecraftian protagonist, you weirdo? We have the entire surface of the earth. That just wasn't enough for you. You just need more, right? If we were meant to be this deep underground, God would have made us moles. Are you a mole? How are you on TikTok? Finally, chanting. I think we should do more chanting in general. I feel like that might be able to help us with some of our modern day problems. And even if it doesn't solve our problems, we got to have a nice day out with the girls. You know, not a cell phone in sight. This is living.
This Texas girl runs on coffee and Jesus. Weird is a side effect of awesome. Pray for America!
Dress me in camo and load me with ammo. With any luck, I'll get me a book.
Celebrate. Find or stress your soul or fire. Top knots and Hobby Lobby trips. The lower the latitude, the better the attitude.
How does that even make sense?
I have waited days to hug my mommy. I can't be held responsible for what my face does when you talk. There ain't no doubt I love this land. MAGA! Do not pray for easy lives. Pray to be stronger men.
Oh, God.
Monster. What happens to mom after she counts to 3?
Kill it with fire!
Stand for the flag, kneel for the cross. Well, hoist my American flag nice and high. I'll take one of everything.
Welcome to an edition of What the Hell Happened to My Rug. This particular rug was left out in the rain. Why was it left out in the rain? I have no idea. And yes, we're gonna fix it with more water. So we start out by applying water to this rug that was ruined with water. After we just continue to put more water into it, we'll start putting some cleaning solution on it. This cleaning solution is getting rid of a lot of the dirt and yes, some of the dye too. A lot of you are probably asking, is that dye? Yes, it's also dirt. After our first scrub with soap, I'm going to rinse it down and then squeegee it. A lot of you are probably asking, is that dye? Yes, that is more dye. Now we're going to scrub it again with more soap. Yes, we will do this process a lot. We will do this process until we get no more dye or dirt. Then we will rinse it again with water. And again, scrub it down. Except now, there's no dye or dirt. Now that we've got all the loose dye out and dirt, the real magic can happen. Here I am applying stripper. No, not that kind of stripper. Yes, I will be very careful not to put too much. This process will happen many times also, probably more than you have patience for. Eventually, all of the loose dye will come out, and you can start to see the colors come through. When that happens, I put it in this big machine, and it spins it really fast. And when it spins it really fast, it gets it really dry. And when it's really dry, I bring it outside. And when I bring it outside, I unroll it. And after I unroll it, I take this nice little broom and I groom it. And you're probably gonna say, wow, that looks like a totally different rug. But it's not. See?
Okay, Kath, so we have paper plates, veggies and dip, and more pop in the garage. What kind of pop did you get? Oh, I got Diet Coke, 7-Up, and Pepsis. And how many guests are coming, would you say? Oh, probably around 30. Oof, Tatiana, that's a lot. How many hot dogs and brats did you get? Just 100 brats, no hot dogs, but everybody likes brats. No! Some people don't like brats. You gotta get hot dogs for the kids, and Randy doesn't like brats, don't you know? Randy doesn't like brats? Okay, well, I'll have Jeff go get some hot dogs. Do you think about 25 hot dogs? Tammy, you got 30 people coming. Let's say each one of them has 4 brats and 2 hot dogs. That's already 120 brats and 60 hot dogs. Oh, geez, you're right, Kath. You think about 60 cans of pop will be okay? Oh, I know my son Brandon can drink up to 5 Diet Cokes in one afternoon. So if you're being safe, I'd do 5 cans of pop per person. Okay, so 150 cans of pop. Yep. Did you make any bars? Yep, I made caramel bars, a pan of peanut butter fudge bars, and a Snickers salad. The one with the Cool Whip? Yep, and I did a couple other salads. I did a macaroni salad, a hamburger salad, potato salad, and a taco salad. Ooh, will the taco salad be spicy? I know Randy doesn't like spicy. Oh no, it's just mayo and lettuce and beef. Okay. You know what? Let me call Jeff real quick. Can you go check to see if we have ices in the freezer in the garage? Hey, Jeff, can you grab about 100 hot dogs and may as well get about 50 more brats? And just get about 100 more cans of pop. Okay, we got about 600 ices in the freezer. That's only 20 per person. And get about 100 more ices, Jeff. Okay, bye-bye. Sheet cake! Did you buy that sheet cake? Kath, I forgot the sheet cake. It was supposed to have Annie's picture on top holding a sweet potato, and it was gonna say, I am so proud of you. You get it? 'Cause yam? I am? You get it? You know what, Tam? I thought this might happen. I can whip up a quick angel food cake. I got frosting in the van. Thank you. Kath, is that thing even on? What?
Hello, my lovelies, your favorite Native American historian here, showered, caffeinated, and ready to talk with you about some history. Today I want to talk about geoglyphs. Now what, you may ask, is a geoglyph? That's a great question. So a geoglyph is a large design or motif, generally longer than 4 meters, produced on the ground and typically formed by clastic rocks or similarly durable elements of the landscape such as stones, stone fragments, live trees, gravel, or earth. Historically, many cultures around the world built geoglyphs, and they're often built for a variety of reasons, including spiritual. I do want to add that one of my mutuals recently talked about geoglyphs as well. He talked about it from an archaeological perspective, and I want to talk about it a little bit from a historical perspective. I wanted to show you a screenshot of the actual video, but he posts a lot and I couldn't find it. So some examples of geoglyphs, probably most well-known, include the Nazca Lines in Peru, the Serpent Mounds in Ohio in the United States, the Uffington White Horse in Oxfordshire, England, and the Blythe Intaglios in California in the United States. So geoglyphs like the Nazca Lines and the Blythe Intaglios are made by just moving this very thin layer of topsoil or stone away to reveal a different colored soil or stone underneath it. They are very fragile. And geoglyphs are meant to be viewed from above, either from a mountainside or a building, or from some way to view them from above, and often for spiritual reasons, they're meant to be viewed by the gods, and none of them were built by aliens. One of the things that I love about history is that history is a living thing, constantly. Every moment that you live, you are creating history. So similar to that, historical sites are also living things. They still often hold historical significance and cultural significance for the descendants of the people who built them. The Sistine Chapel was built in the 15th century, but nobody can deny that that still has historical significance for Christian people. But oftentimes when it comes to indigenous sites, people like to act like the people who built them just vanished into thin air and then somebody else showed up to replace them. Because when it comes to some of these sites, some of them are very ancient. However, just like everywhere else in the world, civilizations change over time. Cultures change and evolve, people move. I always say people don't disappear, they just move. So the descendants of the people who built these sites still hold cultural significance with these sites. In 2014, historically anti-Indigenous organization and my arch nemesis Greenpeace permanently damaged the Nazca lines with this publicity stunt. Because the soil is so thin, driving on it or walking on it can damage it. And they permanently damaged the hummingbird with their publicity stunt. Similarly, recently the Blythe and Taglios were damaged by a power line being put through it without a proper archaeological survey. And to the people who consider this culturally significant, it's now considered a dead site. Which is some serious bullshit if you ask me. It's important to remember that just because something was built long ago, it doesn't mean that it does not still hold cultural significance for the descendants of the people who built it. And for us Native people, our history is still living and breathing just like we are.